All right, we are streaming.
Streaming.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get you guys over to where we left off.
Woke up dazed and confused.
Dazed and confused on a damaged ship that's been boarded, and currently no idea what you guys are going to do. Or at the very least, I haven't been told.
Gone to our lockers, got our stuff back.
Yep. Oh, those of you who have signature weapons, you have to decide on what kind of damage it deals. Either kinetic, energy, or explosive. Determine that now.
Do I have a signature weapon?
I also don't know if I have a signature weapon.
IDK, my BFF chill. Where the fuck is my stuff?
So if you go to your character pilot narrative, it should be. Yeah. I just have an archaic melee and a light AC.
So terminology is signature, right?
Yes.
What were the types again?
Kinetic, so physical, classic rounds. Energy, some sort of plasma, electricity, whatever you want to constitute as energy. And then explosive, causes a big bang.
Oh no, mine are all kinetic.
Well, you get to decide. It starts as kinetic just because the system can't read it as anything else, but you get to decide at the moment the item is created whether it is kinetic, energy, or explosive.
Oh, I was gonna say they're all kinetic for me.
What time do you work tomorrow?
I do not work tomorrow.
Okay.
Tell Heath the Ligma,
He's already left.
little bastard.
Mm-hmm. So you're
Is that
keeping.
Padre?
Do we have a Logan?
No, I was asking if that was your dad, not.
Oh no, that was Heath, little brother.
No, that was little dipshit.
So you're keeping all of yours as kinetic, Grant?
Yeah.
All right.
He just hits people.
What about you, Jack?
I only have swords. I did just update my my big sword to just some flare, but it's still just a heavy AC.
Okay. What are you gonna do for yours, Far?
Kinetic.
Okay. And then Calvin. Archaic and light AC. Okay, so you just have knives.
Yeah. I'm knife man.
You're knife man. Are they at the very least scalpels?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. We'll say that Venom is the one taking care of the two passed out, drugged up companions of yours that have yet to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just completely ignore them during this whole thing.
Fuck yeah.
What a waste of stems.
Yeah, for real.
I'm sure you can loot around and find some refills.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So emergency lights, a general hull breach warning, kind of just doesn't seem to quiet down. Hallway, just rows and rows of doors, very similar to rooms like yours. How do you guys want to proceed?
Do we hear any signs of struggle from down the hallway? The hallway, to be specific, the hallway where we are surmising where the escape pods are, or that direction at least.
Give me a roll.
I have a spot trigger that says spot details, objects, or people that are hidden or difficult to make out.
Sure, we can add that.
Great. Six.
So the kind of just the warning alarms and warning lights, it's too much of a distraction that you can't really quite distinguish other noise coming down the hallway.
Mhm. I use a
I think-
quick action and turn invisible with my stealth hard suit.
Okay.
And I'll stay put for just a second, just to see what everyone else does. But my intent is, I'll be done for this round. But my intent is to scout.
Okay.
I'm also just gonna try to get a general lay of the area.
Do we know what direction we're? Do we know what direction we're heading?
Uh-huh.
So
going-
as far as like the major ship goes, you guys are kind of trying to get closer to kind of just these pod-like structures and towards the engines and engineering. That is where the escape pods are going to be, at least as far as you can surmise. You guys are currently kind of just in this first ring of the ship.
You got the whole ship to get through.
Yeah. I mean, start heading to the southern side of the ship then. I mean,
It's the Jawas all over again. If the group does decide to move, I want to stay. I want to stay far enough ahead to act as a scout, so I can relay any messages as needed. And I have a act unseen or unheard trigger if you want me to roll that for scouting.
Is the party proceeding?
Yep.
I'm down.
Wasn't there gonna be? Didn't you want to roll something, Calvin?
I mean, I was just gonna get a general lay of the land. So we do. Ow.
what does stay cool?
Yeah, it was
stay cool.
It basically allows me to perform general tasks that require any concentration, dexterity, speed, or precision under pressure.
Are we under pressure?
I don't know. I mean, the alarms are going off, I believe.
You might be you might have like some amount of stress going on, but under pressure, I kind of just I view stay cool more of I'm trying to disarm a bomb. I need to stay cool at the moment.
Okay.
Or I'm getting shot at. I need to stay cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well then never mind then. We will...
We
But
can
I mean-
subtract 2 off of that.
Yeah, we subtract 2, so you still got a 10, which in Lancer, as far as the narrative go, you just need a 10.
So you're calm.
Yeah.
I'm calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah, so Warren, you're pretty calm at the moment. You can kind of just discern that and kind of just staying cool. I'm pretty sure this was, I told you guys last session, but come in the hallway, you have the option of going left or right. Right is where a trail of blood, basically that you can believe is the doctor's blood that came in to wake you up.
Mhm.
So he came from the right side of the hallway.
I'm gonna head towards the blood.
Loot.
Yeah, we determined that the direction that the blood came from and where we need to go are the same. So, all right, I'll scout ahead. We need to sneak. I'll stay. Whatever. How much move do I have? I have 8 movement. 4 movement? 4 movement, I think.
Yeah, you can look on your suit.
I'm just looking at the symbols. It just doesn't exactly tell me what each symbol means. So I'm gonna assume the arrow is movement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 4 movement ahead of the group. That way I can go back in the dash in a jiffy if I need to. Invisible while trying to act unseen or unheard, acting as a scout.
Okay.
And also, quickly, the stealth hard suit says as a quick action, pilots wearing the stealth hard suits can become invisible. They cease to be invisible if they take any damage. Does that mean that I can attack from invisibility and not lose my invisibility?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. I'm scouting ahead.
All right. As for the other 3 of you, kind of just what is the marching order? Kind of just how exactly are the 3 of you proceeding?
Fred and Anders would be next.
I'd
You-
probably be right beside him.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like side by side, or is one of you
Side by
front, one of you
side, yeah.
side by side? Okay.
Holding hands.
Right flank, left flank. Wait, flank, not
Frank?
Frank.
Got
Flank.
my-
God, I can't talk. What the fuck?
Got
Dave,
my
heterosexual partner.
big executioner's great sword just on my shoulder.
I'm gonna watch their 6.
Okay, okay. Gotcha. All right. So walking down the hallway, Yuki, you're kind of just you're in the lead at the moment. You're the one who's kind of just seeing everything first. Marching forward, kind of just following the trail of Bud, basically. You come at kind of just a T intersection. And kind of just the T, much wider hallway. And taking a glance down it, seems to be an airlock and some sort of control station. You gather that this is perhaps something that leads you to kind of just the center portion of the ship.
And then what's the other direction of the T?
It's just the further loop. Just
Oh, just the outside.
Yeah.
Port. Okay. All right. I'll scout up to the doors. Are there windows on them?
we'll say yeah. There's like a small window-ish, a hole.
And also, is there still blood on the ground?
Yeah. There is still a trail of blood. It comes from the airlock.
From the airlock, okay.
Yeah.
I'll peek through the window.
Yep. Seems to be some sort of chamber with again another airlock door, but just at a glance seems to be kind of just a subsection that can be cordoned off, detached if necessary.
Okay. So this one is closed right in front of us.
Yep.
And then the next set of airlock doors, it's like a double airlock system. Are those open or are those also closed?
Those are also closed.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't see kind of just in this closed space, you don't really see anything.
Is there a control panel nearby?
Yeah, there is a control station, and you actually, taking a glance at it now, you can actually see there's a blinking light.
So I'll just go. Can I? Yeah, I'll use my subjectivity enhancement suite, which is the TLDR is implants that lets you hack things from a distance. It's like-
Ooh.
And I'll try to get in with my try to fiddle the control panel open for the doors.
Okay.
And I have a hacker fix roll or a trigger.
All right. So
Or if I don't even need to hack or fix, if I can just access the control panel and just open it.
Are you wanting to kind of step closer and take a closer inspection, or are you just is your immediate gut reaction to hack into it from a distance?
I mean, I'll go take a peek at it, but I mean, I'll see what the blinking is. If it's like words or if it's just a light, I'll do that.
Okay.
But
So kind of
if it's just a light, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. So taking a look, kind of just a closer look at it, the blinking light seems to be in timed with a projection on the screen, basically saying requesting communication, and then some sort of username ANA.
Okay, I'll leave that.
I don't know anyone named Anna.
Me either.
All right.
On it.
All right. So you're accepting the call.
Yeah, I'll accept the call.
All right.
And for the sake of flavor, if I could just, if I don't to try to keep quiet, I'd have it go, if possible, directly through my implant, so it's just like in my head, as opposed to blasting like a speaker, so it's not loud in the corridor.
Okay, so you jack yourself in to kind of just keep the conversation
Yeah, I'll
private.
jack myself in just to accept it. That way, it's not loud. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't know what's gonna.
Well, you're jacking something in, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Are we with you by this point?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any issues.
I feel like we would have moved up. I mean, I don't know. I would say that we should stick together.
That's a
Yeah,
unit.
I for scouting purposes, just so everyone knows, I'm staying within my full movement length of you guys, but ahead. That way, in case if something happens, I can immediately turn around and run back to the group.
Yeah, but
Or
as
vice
far as
versa.
as far as this narrative scene goes, all of you are in line of sight of each other.
Okay.
Let's see. So, accepting the call, Yuki, you can hear kind of just this robotic voice call out to you, and it's actually a very familiar voice. It's the same voice that is projecting the intruder alert hole breach signal,
Okay.
and it's
AI.
Anna, the astro navigation assistant, the CompCon unit for this vessel.
Ooh.
And kind of just to make everyone else aware of what CompCon units are, they're basically dumb AIs from Halo. They do very rudimentary tasks, can't really think for themselves, and are altogether just lines of code
Yep.
as far as their makeup goes. Nothing too special about them, but they get the job done. And she is basically, Anna is talking to you, Yuki, and saying, basically, again, kind of just repeating herself. Intruder alert, hull breach detected, and she then begins listing off numbers. 20 pods intact, and then immediately becomes 19 pods intact, 18 pods intact, and she just
As
keeps.
soon as I realize that, I'll say that to like the group, and then I'll open the doors and try to get us going.
Okay.
Ooh. So it looks like we need to get ourselves out of here.
And since I'm receiving it through my head, can I keep moving while also keep on listening to see like what else it has to say, but while also trying to make progress moving forward?
Okay. So opening the doors, that's what you want to do, right?
Yeah, I'll open the doors.
Okay.
We'll start there. I'm opening the doors.
All right.
And then relaying the 20 pods intact, 19 pods intact, 18 pods intact. I'm saying that aloud to the group.
Yeah. So her message, her repeating herself, she stops. And she simply says one word, cover. As the
Nice.
doors are opening.
I duck.
I'll say, just say duck.
Yeah.
Like, press myself up against a wall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as the doors are opening, I would say you guys are familiar with this noise. You hear the spinning of some sort of rotary cannon, and then suddenly, the small hole as the doors are opening up, just gunfire comes down that hallway. Thankfully, all of you are in cover. You guys are all either against the wall or kind of just out of line of sight and take no damage. Until this, whatever this thing, you can hear it coming closer as it stops shooting and it begins moving forward.
I'll take a peek.
Okay.
Is it reloading?
How is it within like? How far off is it? Like, is it within? Could I reasonably get close enough to hack at it? Or
Well,
something.
certainly
I-
we can definitely attempt, but what's going to happen is we'll do kind of just a roll off, if that makes
Okay.
sense. So you roll. If you beat me, that means you get to it first and it doesn't shoot you. Like, you get it before it reloads.
Oh, I was just gonna try to use one of my skill triggers because I was gonna use apply fist to faces to just come out and just clock.
You know what?
from cover.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yep. So
But yeah, so I'm coming basically what to add to that, what we went against the wall or whatever. This person or whoever, whatever it is approaching, as soon as Knight thinks it's close enough, he's literally just gonna come out and try to clock whoever or whatever is there. So let's see what we can get.
okay.
Dang. Rough.
Ooh.
All right. So yeah,
I'm writing. Oh,
what were you gonna attempt,
oh,
Fred?
I was just gonna ready my weapons for anything. I was just gonna prep an action to shoot
Okay.
if there's
Uh,
hostility.
so Knight,
Mm-hmm.
you go to swing,
Uh-huh.
but your swing doesn't hit anything. You were
Oh.
expecting a person to be there, not what appears to be kind of this rolling drone with a giant minigun basically acting as its body.
Well, this thing doesn't bleed.
Bleed oil.
Oh,
All right, so someone can do one thing before it again takes another shot.
I try to shoot it and disable it.
What are you shooting it with?
My heavy signature.
And it kind of just describe to us what your signature weapon is.
So my heavy signature is this very. It's almost like, oh shit. You know, like those M15s or the M16s with like the cartridge. It's a higher rifle, but it's not like a full on like Bear 50 cal. It's more like a hunting rifle kind of deal. But it has like a little etch, like a crappily etched in cross on the side on the wooden barrel.
All right.
That'd be more like an AR-10.
Sure. We'll go with that. And since we're in close quarters, there's no scope on it. It's just iron sights. So it's just a heavier rifle. With a heavier round.
Okay. Yep. So any skill triggers that you are going to add to this? What do you think applies?
Take control. Use force, violence, presence of will, or direct action to take control of something. And by take control, I mean take control of its life.
Bit of a stretch, but I'll allow it in this instance.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
cut that out.
So what do? Do I just roll this, click the take control dice thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just roll.
Yep. 15. Nice.
Taking control.
All right. Take aim. taking control of the situation, Fred, and kind of just as its gun is turned to shoot at Knight, it's kind of exposed its kind of just inner mechanisms for a second, and you take advantage of that. Blast through it all. You can hear the gun spin for a second in your face, Knight, but then it dies down, and the power shuts down.
Well, wait, that was a bit of a close one, don't you say?
I am immediately scanning and looking, hearing, trying to find if there's any more hostile being.
Okay.
So, question two. I know we have equipment, right?
Yeah.
So, do we just have our armor and our weapons? What about like other gear, such as like a personal drone?
Yeah, you have all that. You
Uh,
guys have basically all your armor, weapons, and pilot gear. All that was in your
Oh.
lockers, and you've already collected all that.
Everything
Shit.
on our pilot narrative.
Yep.
Okay, shit, but it's loud. All right, I'll wait to use it. If there, just so the party knows, I do have a personal drone that I can use to scout out areas. It's just loud as hell.
We also just shot guns and got shot at.
I suppose. So I can
But
definitely.
let's
that.
save the drone because I can be invisible and scout as well.
Okay. All right.
If there's, because I imagine the drone can it float?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's a drone, so.
Right. So then it can reach areas maybe that I cannot.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you're okay with it, I say
Yeah,
we
that's fine.
save it. Yeah.
Perfecto.
I'm in like Skyrim mode right now. I'm just like, oh, I have all these potions. I have more potions than I'll ever need, but let's just not use them.
All right. So with that spot check, Yuki kind of just glancing down the hall, kind of just now that the doors have opened up, seeing this long hallway, can't see anything hiding in there, can't see anything else coming for you. Seems to be all clear.
I'll relay that. I'm just like, it's all clear, guys. We can keep moving.
All right, move on forward.
Let's see.
I'm going to quickly inspect the drone that was shooting at us.
Okay.
And see if I can recognize the make of it, if it seems familiar at all.
Yeah. Adding on to that, as Knight would have no knowledge of this really anyways, but he is going, since he sees that that Raymold is going to go investigate, he's gonna be like, hey, is that one of the stations? Or is that like a problem? Like, is that ours? Or have we been hacked?
Give me one moment. I'm taking a look over. I'll get back to you on that.
And
Okay.
then I'm gonna go grab my macaroni and cheese.
Wow.
Macaroni and cheese.
All right.
Macaroni and cheese.
I can roll another spot if you want me to.
What is the exact wording of spot?
Spot details, objects, or people that are hidden or difficult to make out.
No, I don't think spot would work in this situation because
You could also use hacker fix to like just disassemble it, look over it, try to find identifying parts or
that sounds more appropriate.
okay.
Yeah, because you're trying to discern kind of just the making and kind of just the origin of this thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, based on the stylistic engineering, where this came from.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So kind of just taking a glance, kind of just rummaging through kind of just the parts that you are able to kind of just get your hands on kind of just this quick moment because you guys are in a bit of a rush. You immediately know that this is of GMS quality, General Master Systems, which unfortunately isn't saying too much because GMS is all over the place. They are
It's everything.
Yeah. So, but there are some kind of just more personal modifications, like you have never seen a GMS Sentry with a minigun as as its body. So this has definitely been modified, not standardly. This is not a standard GMS product.
Oh, so this is an aftermarket.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just under my breath. night, you'll be able to hear me just say, "It's a GMS," and then kind of trail off and then questioningly add, "But it's modified strangely." And I'll just leave it and start scouting ahead again.
I'm gonna kick it.
It explodes.
Hmm.
Bye
Does it
bye your
actually
foot.
explode?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Can I attempt to salvage the minigun off of this drone?
Okay. Do you have any skills that you want to tie to this, or we just go?
I'm gonna say hacker fix.
We're also going to do a hacker fix. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that. I like that. Good answer. Good answer. It's like Family Feud. Good answer.
All right.
Did I do it?
You're lucky you said that because I was about to upgrade my kick.
All right.
Was smash?
All right, Wardog. Yuki has already done some kind of just taking a part of this drone and kind of just taking over the work. You're easily able to kind of just dismount the minigun. Doesn't have too many rounds in it. You think it's good for maybe one good, well, at the very least for one good burst, but
Okay.
it can very much light up a room.
Okay, sick. I have
It's
no
a
idea how to
surprise
equip
tool that will help us later.
Yeah.
Yuki will draw her light signature as she moved ahead.
Okay.
And what are you giggling at?
The cat.
Oh.
Cat cam.
Yuki's weapon is it's a pistol. Essentially a 5.7. With a red dot, suppressor, and an extended magazine. Basically, Sam Fisher's pistol from Splinter Cell.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. In case anybody wants a visual that they can equate it to.
So everyone else proceeding now, or is there kind of just any
Yep.
more last minute things you want to do?
Nope. Proceeding.
Ooh, is there a on the other side of the second set of doors? Is there another panel?
There is another kind of just control station,
Uh-huh.
but no blinking lights, no kind of just the interface is still on, and kind of just you're able to use it, but
There's not like another message. After the cover, was there any other words that Anna relayed?
let's see. Actually, okay. Here's what we'll do. So kind of just glancing at the control panel now. Rather than you see text come up on the screen, and again seems to be coming from Anna, and she says, "Maintain caution. Watch your right."
I'll relay that to the group. And then looking up, is there any tunnels or anything to the right, or like hallways off to the right?
So kind of just glancing down this tunnel, you look to be now kind of just at this main passageway, this main pillar of the ship.
Okay.
And basically your right, so to speak, is towards the direction you want to go.
Okay.
Can I get up to the corner where we would make that right and pull out just my sword's more of a matte kind of a matted steel, but my knife is a little shinier, a little bit more reflective because it's more of a standard issue combat knife. Could I stick my knife around the corner and kind of like reflect and see if I can get a nice little peek around the corner, see if there's anything to our right that I should be concerned about?
Okay. Go ahead.
I have show off.
Okay,
Do something flashy, cool, or impressive, but not exclusively, but usually with your weapon. I feel like that.
sure.
Let's see if
It
I.
would be showing off because I could just be there invisible, tap you on the shoulder.
It's over
11.
10.
Yep,
You
11.
just be there invisible, tap you on the shoulder, and then lean around.
No, go away.
So,
Trying to look. You stop.
so Knight kind of just glancing down, kind of just this central hallway. You kind of see various different rooms spread out. Other hallways that seem to go into kind of just their own sections of the ship, but you can see, for the most part, there do seem to be intervals kind of just that are closed off. But you don't see anything out of the ordinary, except that one of these hallway doors are open.
Is
So-
that door to the right?
Basically to the right of you, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll relay that information and just say, well, we got to keep moving, but proceed with caution, and I'll make my way around. Still, but resheath my knife, keep big old sword on my shoulder, and I guess hang tight for a bit if Raymold wants to get up further and scout, but I'll keep going.
Yeah, while he's peeking around the corner, I'm going to continue filling with the control panel and see if there's a way that I can hardwire, so to speak, a direct contact between Anna and my implants, so I can open like a constant line of communication.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that's easily done.
Cool. All right.
So you kind of get a more clearer message of kind of just what she's describing. So caution ahead, watch your right. First aid required.
First aid required. And then also, Yetter, and then if you need me to make a hacker fix roll to finish this, the intended goal is to have a constant open line of communications as I'm continuing to move through the rest of the ship.
Yeah, that's
with-
perfectly fine.
Okay, all right, great. Then I'll once I hear that next bit of news, I'll just say, there seems to be possibly some injured up ahead. Anna told me that there may be first aid required, and then I'll go invisible again and continue on down as a scout.
Okay. All right, so making your way down the central corridor, you kind of just get closer to that right-sided door, and you hear a voice come out of it, keeping itself quiet, but kind of just maintaining watch and being aware of the situation. You're kind of just able to perceive what is going on. Sounds like a man, and he seems to be on some sort of. It sounds like a one-sided conversation to you, but kind of just given the context of the situation, you get that they're calling someone, and he basically says, "Erica, take the ship and get off now. This is SOS was a trap. We need to get the hell out of here."
Do I recognize the clothes? I'll peek around. Do I recognize the clothes that this person is wearing?
Okay. So kind of just glancing in the hallway, you see kind of just this. It seems to be some sort of office space.
Mm-hmm.
This man's to the. Let's see. We'll say that you are basically seeing his left side, as he's
Okay.
kind of just over this terminal, and you see, get the brief glance of some sort of woman on the screen. Very panicking and kind of just very similar situation to what you got going on. He seems to have plugged himself in to kind of just keep the conversation private. But as far as uniform and kind of just look goes, he seems to be wearing kind of just this blue jumpsuit. Seems to have some sort of combat helmet on, and you can see kind of just on the pauldron or kind of just the shoulder, the IPSN North Star logo.
Okay. With that knowledge, we are Union.
Mhm.
Do I know? The war is with Harrison, yeah.
As far as the information you know, which You have been asleep for a bit, so you don't know kind of just the exact intricacies of the war, but you do know that in the I'm blanking on the name, but the colonies that are currently fighting at the moment, it is between Harrison Armory and the Kraken Trade Baronies. They are the two ones who are butting head to head against each other.
Okay.
Union is trying to intervene the situation to
You just
reduce
stop it.
reduce the amount of casualties and bloodshed that is bound to happen.
Okay. Am I up to date? Well, no, not up to date. Based on my last known knowledge of galactic politics, where is North Star in relation and alliances between the Karakin Trade Baronies, Union, and Harrison?
North Star doesn't really participate in that sort of political game. Their entire motivation, and this is pretty much their company policy, is they're basically the galaxy's truckers. They get your supplies from point A to point B as fast as possible.
Okay.
That is all they're interested in, as far as kind of just a generalized kind of outlook that they take.
So with that, is there? Okay. Next question. Just taking in the rest of the room, do I see signs of a struggle? Do I see blood? If I see blood, is there any blood on the man? Do I see any bodies?
You don't see any bodies. There does seem to be some blood. It seems like you're not able to get a good look of it, but apparently his right side has been injured in some degree, and you are seeing kind of just blood trail off and come out of him.
Okay. And so knowing what I know about North Star, would it be odd to see North Star on this ship in a combat helmet, in like a flight suit?
North Star kind of just has, they do have kind of just security forces, militia, and kind of just everything else. I mean, you got to if you're going to fight against pirates
Of course,
and whatnot.
yeah.
So it's not
Out of the
too,
ordinary.
yeah, it's not too unusual, and especially with
Right.
his response of he was answering an SOS, you get the idea that
He may have belonged on the ship.
possibly.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. I'll quickly run back to the group, relay everything, and then ask, how do we want to proceed?
Was there
Let's
any other alternative exit to the room he was in, the office? Did you see that?
Yes, of course I did. Was there any other alternative exits to the office?
At a quick glance, no, there was no other alternative exit. It was purely
Was-
this one
I'd
door
wanna-
that leads into the main corridor.
I'd want to get back up to that door and corner him in there so that we can
Question.
have a diplomatic conversation about what's going on.
Do you want to do the talking, or do you want someone else to do the talking?
I can talk.
You all right? Yeah, sure.
Well, if I'll walk back.
I
With
won't.
Knight.
I'm not gonna try to. I'm not exactly trying to be stealthy, but I'm also not exactly wanting to be heard on my approach either. I have no rolls I can do to stealth, but I will approach with I'll approach with Raymold, and if I can, if he's still talking or anything like that, I would like to maybe either peek in or listen to his voice and use read a situation to kind of get a gauge where he's at mentally right
Okay.
now.
Sure.
All right. let's see.
So kind of just I'll let you roll that while I'm describing the rest of the scene. So
I fail.
5. Okay. So you come back, glancing at the door, kind of just glancing inside. He seems to be finishing up his conversation with whoever he's calling with in the moment, and he says, "Don't worry, I'll see you soon, sis. Yeah, I'll be careful." And at that point, he does seem to kind of just unjack himself to the terminal, and transmission displays on the screen, and he turns to you, and you don't see a face. It appears to be some sort of a black mat. They kind of this black mat visor. Currently,
He's
and
just like me.
and failing that read a situation, you don't know what he's going to do next. He
So
sees
we're
you.
we're just looking at each other.
He's just looking at you. You do so at
Are
a
you, hang on, just really quick. Are you in? Did you step into the room, or are you in the doorway?
I'm gonna say that I'm just stanced up in the doorway right now.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
exactly a threatening type of stanced up, but I'm still. I mean, I'm still a very big man in combat gear, combat helmet, also unviewable face with a big sword on his shoulder, is standing in the doorway. So there is
Okay.
that, unfortunately.
okay.
But I'm still one thing I never really thought about ask about till now though is when we pulled out our uniforms, was there any sort of like, I mean, of course, our own personalizations and how we want them to look, but we're still a part of something even if we don't remember it. Was there any? Do we have any insignia or
You
any
have
sort of signage on our outfits?
on kind of just blazing, kind of just we'll say kind of just over the heart. You do have the Union logo, but it's been modified a bit. You see, kind of just in a digital numeral, 23, kind of just in the smaller portion of the hexagon.
Okay. And I'm guessing that we are colored, and we're probably sporting Union colors for the most part.
It's like a weird, this kind of just, this gray red, kind of just
Okay.
alternating. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I just wanted to make sure that I knew what I looked like when he sees me for the first time, as far as like logos and stuff. But yeah. So, I mean, I guess. Hello there.
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi.
All right. So you have a good look of him now since full body is faced to you. Right side, complete mess. Kind of just bullet wounds and kind of just the arm is a bit tatters, but kind of still gripped. Still got a solid grip. He does appear to have a sidearm still in hand. He hasn't pointed at you yet, but you notice kind of just his fingers on the trigger. He's not exactly practicing safety at the moment.
I'm gonna be still invisible, but just kind of peeking in through the doorway as well, just so I can observe.
Yeah, kind of just
You
look.
look like you've seen better days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it perfectly honest with you. I and a group of others have just woken up out of cryo, and I don't even really know who I am. But I don't see you as a threat currently, and I would appreciate it if you also did not see me as a threat. And maybe we can kind of figure out something together, as you seem to have been awake for longer than I have, and I would really like to know what's going on right now.
What kind of skills do you have, Knight?
My skill triggers?
Yeah.
I have apply fist to faces. I have read a situation. I have show off, and I have take control.
Okay.
Ooh.
If you, I can say kind of just in some manner you are trying to take control of the situation, kind of just trying to calm everyone down, trying to get some information out of him. So
It does say use force, violence, or presence of will. You know,
Okay, presence of will.
presence of will. You know, I could see that.
in
too.
this situation,
Gripping your sword.
I mean, I am not. I sword's on shoulder. I don't want to brandish my weapon in front of someone who is on edge. Don't need to do any flourishes like that. So I'll just use my large stature and assertive voice to do my
Do
best
you,
in this situation, I guess.
okay.
You flex your pecs like Terry Crews.
No, I don't do that. Unfortunately, I don't know if that would show through the armor, but I need to invest in a chest plateless version of my armor, so I can't do that.
Yeah, like the boob windows, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so you want me to roll take control?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. Let's get a good roll for once.
8.
Oh,
Okay.
God dang.
happens.
He kind of looks at you. Kind of just hand doesn't move, but again, he still has that finger on the trigger, but not pointed at you. Kind of just you. So you have no idea.
That means a lot in these trying times.
I'm going to, sensing his tension and seeing hit the grip on his pistol while still invisible. I'm going to aim my pistol straight at him, and then I'm just going to hold it. And then if he makes any aggressive move, then I'll shoot.
Is he gonna respond to what I said at all?
Yeah. So he's looking at you and says, "You have no idea what's going on."
I don't even know what logo I'm wearing currently. It looks neat, but all I know is that a robot shot at me. I got woken up by someone who was woken up before me. There was a doctor. They were dead by the time I woke up. I was naked. I had to find my clothes. I found a bunch of a group that all is sporting the same iconography as I am. No, I have no idea what's going on. I had a robot with a minigun try to kill me. I don't know. It seems like everything's kind of going downhill around here. So no, I would just I would love to help you out. Unfortunately, I don't have any medical supplies on me, but if we can get you somewhere to where we can access those supplies, then I would be more than willing to help, and you can fill me in on the way.
You have others with you.
Yeah, we have well, we left 3 behind just because they needed a little bit more care, and they said they could handle. We figured they could handle that, but we have yes, I have a group of 3 others with me. 2 are hanging back, and 1 is invisible. Honestly, I don't even know where they are right now.
I'll hoster, become uninvisible, wave, and then go re-invisible.
Well, there you have it. But yes,
Okay. At this point, visor turns clear. You're able to see a face at this point. Young man. Kind of just this
Young man.
blue-green hair. And kind of just... You got a name?
call me Knight. That's about all I can remember at the moment. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Well, I'm Ephraim. Any of your friends got a med kit?
I mean, I've been standing in the doorway. I'm assuming y'all have been holding a relative position close by. I'll yell down the hallway. Anyone
minute,
got
why
a
is-
med kit?
Any reason why this dude's so calm while we're under attack?
I mean, he is not calm. He is stressed the fuck out.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's super tense right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
I
see.
can. I have a medkit that I can use on him real quick.
Oh, shit.
I'll step out of the doorway to let Wardock in, and I'll not introduce him, but be like, "This is one of the people that I'm with."
It's him! It's here!
I don't really know what his name is either. We're really operating on bare minimum right now.
We're just a ragtag group.
I saw that he woke up in the same room as me and also has the same freaking logo, so I figure we're probably good.
That's all I need.
Yeah, I mean, if he knows what he's doing.
I
You know what
guess
you're doing.
first, what I'll do is I'll give him some freeze real quick. So boom. That'll keep pilot calm and emotionally stable. Deadens fear and other strong reactions. And then I can patch it up. I can patch him up real quick. Which does restore half of their max HP.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So takes a second, kind of just as you're administering drugs, patching him up, kind of just for you to work. He did move his sidearm to his left hand now, kind of just as you're doing it, but less tense now that he's been chemically calmed down and kind of just has a better
He has
idea.
literally zero fear at the moment.
Zero fear.
Deaden's fear and all other strong reactions.
Yeah. So.
Dude is chilled the heck out.
Yeah, so very relaxed now.
Still riding
Practicing.
that heroin high.
Yeah,
No.
he's now practicing safety firearm practice. Trigger, finger off the trigger, and kind of just tries to spark some conversation out of you, Wardock. So, do you know anything?
Nah, I just woke up with no memories, just like everyone else.
Great.
You recognize this?
You talking to Wardock or
Yeah. No, I'm talking to I've already forgotten his name. It's
Ephraim?
Ephraim.
Ephraim. Okay. Blame it on the cryo sleep. Yeah, I'll be like,
Good RP
Okay,
+1.
Ephraim, right? Yeah. You know what this is?
I mean, it's the Union insignia. Don't know.
Union. Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we joined them.
Kind of just muttering under his breath, like, "Oh, great."
Does he notice but he just sees it as Union. He doesn't notice that it looks a little different or something, right?
I mean, he kind of gets a kind of just a questioning face and kind of just, yeah, that's for the most part that's a Union insignia.
Is this ship controlled by Union? Because you're not wearing Union colors.
I'll whisper.
into Knight's ear.
It's like he has a North Star insignia.
I barely know what that is.
Just say it.
I
So-
see you're wearing North Star colors.
Yep. Kind of just says, yeah, I'm a North Star courier. Take VIPs and messages from one ship to the other, one location to the other. Me and my sister, we have this ship. We were answering the mistletoe. Kind of just points to kind of just where you guys are at. We're answering the mistletoe's SOS. We thought you guys were trapped in the nebula. Turns out someone has boarded your ship and has basically ruined my day and has chased off my sister's ship.
How'd you get that injury there?
Silver lining, your sister's safe.
He got
That she is. He turns to you, Doc, kind of just as you're finishing up kind of just your patchwork and says, "Minigun bastard you guys took out did this to me."
Oh,
Ooh.
ow.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen any biological targets yet. It's all just the minigun bastard.
There were some black suited fellows that I quickly dodged the hell out of the way of because they were rocking some serious hardware. I was that is what tipped me off that this was definitely not a simple easy fix SOS.
I'll become visible, and I'll ask, did you recognize organization from them?
He kind of just thinks back to himself and says, "No, they been working here in Balgan for a while. I'm kind of familiar with kind of just the different gangs, the different organizations, the different pirates. None of what they were running matched. I don't know who they are."
Thinking back, and I don't know how much of it has returned to me, but I would have had some interaction with the Karakin trade baronies a little bit, I think. Maybe not, actually. Ignore that.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember exactly.
Well, hot damn. We We're so important. We got a whole freaking Black Assassin kill squad after us. I'm honored.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Makes for a fun time.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you seen any other people left alive on the ship? And secondary question, how long ago was it you saw the our black suited assailants?
He kind of thinks back to it. Boarded your ship about an hour ago. Encountered the black suits, kind of just on my initial investigation. My first thought was go to your guys' engines. Maybe something had gone off, or some could maybe push you guys out of the nebula. They had already taken control. That's why I got the hell out of there. Making my way further into the ship. Encountered minigun guy. Blasted me. Did my best to get out of the way. Found a little hidey hole here. Told my sister to kind of just get the hell out of here.
Well, as soon as you can move, our primary objective was to get to a life pod and get the heck out of Dodge. So you're welcome to join us, and we'll do our best to get you back to your sister.
Kind of just looks at the party that's assembled now. Looks at the 3 tagalongs that are trying to keep themselves awake and manageable. And
They've been STEM. They should be awake by now. I'll go up to
yeah, but they're like high off. They couldn't take the adrenaline. They're like super fucking high at the moment.
Tripping
Yeah.
balls.
I'll go up to Booyah, slap him around a little bit. Be like, come on.
Don't slap too low, or else you know.
Exactly. It says, if we can.
Dean hasn't described what Booyah's height is exactly, so in my canon, he's a manlet at the moment. So.
Kind of just.
I think he would appreciate that.
He kind of just looks at your guys' uniforms, thinks to himself, I have an idea if you guys are willing to entertain it.
I love ideas.
So, sister has a ship. As long as she hasn't gone too far off, we can hitch a ride. We can easily fit all of us on there. On my initial scouting, I passed by the storage section of the ship. There appeared to have been some chassis, some mechs. Looking at your guys' wear, and if I'm taking a guess here because you guys certainly don't know, but you're probably Lancers, mech pilots.
I do remember having.
something.
I remember having an even bigger sword than this one. I think you might just be right.
I say
Oh man.
take those, make a hole, get to the ship, blast out of here.
Making holes is my specialty. Let's do it.
All
I
right.
don't think a good plan.
All patched up. Ephraim kind of just stands up and says, well, you're not going to let the injured guy lead the way, are you?
I'll turn invisible, and I'll continue scouting.
All right.
Does
with our
he
new
need,
destination in
does he
mind.
need help at all, or can he walk on his own? Does he need a shoulder?
He's not
He's above half.
yeah,
for
he's
sure.
stemmed, he's patched, he seems to be managing fine on his own.
All right, sounds good. In that case, yeah, I'll continue being, I guess, assuming that Nanders wants to stay with me. I'll stay up front and continue to be side by side with him, and let Raymold scan ahead.
Okay. did he
Yuki!
did he do? Was during any of this exchange, was there anything that you wanted to ask, or maybe wanted something to kind of just take care of, or anything?
No, nothing that I can think of. I mean, objective is to get the fuck out, right?
Pretty much.
All right, GTFO,
All right.
Operation GTFO.
So going down this kind of just the central corridor, you do again come across another one of those blast doors, much larger because central corridor, big portion of the ship, very much bigger. Similar control station.
Has Anna been saying anything this whole time?
Not necessarily saying anything,
Uh-huh.
but she seems to have been posting like the thumbs up emoji just numerous times.
Can I, during this next bit of walking, I'm going to try communicating to her.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to ask, or just ask, we're going to like the storage, right? I heard that right?
Yeah, you guys, as far as kind of just how the ship goes, storage is basically this almost container like section here.
Okay, and that's where he saw the max, correct?
Yep.
All right, great. I'll try to ask if the way to the storage bay is clear.
So she doesn't say anything, but but yeah, fuck it. She gives you the thumbs down emote, and then actually kind of just in the kind of just the corner of your vision, or kind of just however you want this kind of just interface to work, you
Sure,
you
yeah.
do get like some sort of like visual, like almost like a
overlay? Like I see the flashing enemy markers.
no, I was saying like you get like some weird CCTV kind of just camera view.
Oh, like a picture in picture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what is is that of the storage bay?
Yeah, she kind of there appears to be some sort of camera that she's able to view of the storage. Only one, unfortunately, doesn't give you a clear view, kind of just a whole all-encompassing view. But you do see kind of just what appears to be a series of mechs, and like Ephraim described, these kind of just those black armored up figures going from mech to mech. They seem to be taking scans, taking pictures.
Okay.
They're taking some sort of visual of the mech.
Oh,
You watch
that's
as
pretty good
one you watch
design.
as one of them kind of just jumps inside the cockpit, tools around, kind of just is in there for a second, and then jumps out. And they appear to be going down this row of kind of just mechs. And this kind of just added detail as well. All of these mechs kind of just seem to have the exact same features. So like a big thing of the Everest, which you can easily view these as, is they're very modular. They're very customizable. But all of these seem to be kind of almost on the factory default setting.
Okay.
And yeah, they just appear to be going down the line and doing something to the cockpit. And you get this like advise caution sign from Anna.
Okay. I'll say I'll communicate. Thank you. Keep us updated. That is our destination. And then I'll relay to everyone. I'll say, Anna has given me access to a camera in the storage bay. I just like Efren described, and I'll gesture to Efren that there are a bunch of black-clad figures crawling all over the place. They seem to be doing scans of all the different mechs and even hopping inside, fiddling around with the controls or something, and then hopping back out. Almost like they're taking notes? I don't know. Unsure. But she does say that the way to the storage bay is dangerous, so...
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Does Efren have any reaction to the information?
he kind of just thinks to himself for a second. Well,
He's like, ah, fuck me.
well, I really hope they're not sabotaging them.
That's what I'm thinking too. Either that or they're just tracking, or I don't know. But why would they be tracking it? Because they're probably going to destroy the ship. Who knows?
I don't want to find out, so
I don't want to either.
let's
Try
try
to
to.
have to be careful when we get there because we're not going to know by the time that we get there if there's going to be any untouched. If we're going to have to jump into the ones that they've touched already.
Let's get a move on then.
All right.
I gotta
I'll
pee real quick. I'll
resume.
be right back.
I'll resume scouting position.
Okay. All right. In order to proceed, you guys do have to open up these large glass doors to kind of just progress down this main corridor.
All right.
Taking a peek through. Do I see anything?
So immediately you can see that rather than kind of just a double set system, this is merely just one door.
Gotcha.
And peeking inside again, very exact same layout, very large corridor, circular corridor, seems to go all the way to the end, and you see a very similar door, but it's got a different color to it. Kind of just your set of doors that you're currently at seem to have kind of just this almost whitish hue, whereas the one at the very end, very gray, very industrial looking. So that's probably the kind of just this other portion of the ship.
Okay. All right. I see. So we're moving from habitation to.
Kind of just
Almost
storage
like
and
the meat.
industrial, kind of just machinery. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll look for their control panel for the glass doors.
Yep. Easy to spot.
Easy to spot. Any new flashies, or is it just a light?
There appears to be some sort of heat map, kind of just giving you kind of just a blueprint layout of kind of just the next room.
Okay.
And there do appear to be kind of just two red dots, both of them in the same room, kind of just to the left hand side.
Great. I'll motion to everyone to come up. I'll point out the two blips. And I'll just say, I can open these doors on command. So looking at the blueprint, how far from the doors to the blips are they close, or are they like around the corner in a different room?
Are we watching Mandalorian tonight?
Around 8-ish.
Okay.
So we'll say kind of just big glowing corridor. They're probably kind of just at the halfway point, so not really close enough to kind of just get the jump on them,
Right.
but definitely there will be enough room kind of just to engage and kind of just maneuver yourselves.
Okay. I'll say we can get, once we're all ready, I can open the doors and we can just rush and try to get there and meet them as quickly as possible. If anybody had any other ideas, I'm open to it.
No, I think I'm willing to give that a shot.
Good to go.
Blast him with my minigun.
Could do that. Ephraim, do you have any objections?
Nothing here, and you kind of just see him kind of just check his ammo count and kind of just getting his pistol ready.
Okay. Everybody
Cool.
take your positions.
Cool spin of my sword, I guess. Get it ready.
Yeah.
Check my rifle a little bit.
Yep.
Get it ready.
All
Start
right.
spinning up the minigun.
On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Doors open up. Kind of just a very slow, unfortunately, a very slow process simply because these are heavy duty doors. But yeah, they open up and kind of just as it gets wider and wider, you see kind of just to investigate the noise, these two kind of just black armored figures step out. It's kind of just some sort of kind of just sleek assault rifle in hand. They raise them. They spot you
Can I
guys.
try
Raise
to
them.
Can I try to use apply fist to faces to just take my arm and that doesn't have the sword on it because my sword's still on my shoulder? Take my arm and just try to clothesline one with my other arm if I'm close enough.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys were prepared for this. So yeah, all of your actions will come first.
Cool.
So
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna try to completely clothesline him with my my hand that doesn't have my sword in it.
okay.
Oh, I'm gonna open fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna cap one in the head.
All right. So Knight going up to one, boom, right in the face. Fucking does a 180, smacks his head against the wall. He is out for the count. And with that, that's immediately one attacker down. And the other guy immediately goes into a panic and aims his gun at you. But like I said, you guys have the
I
initiative.
shoot.
You shoot.
I shoot.
All right, take a shot.
Did go? Can't find it. Here, I'll just roll a d20, I guess. I miss.
Ooh, unfortunate. You take a shot, fire. Unfortunately, you don't hit. Unfortunately, you don't hit Knight, but unfortunately, you don't hit your target.
Fuck. But it's quiet.
It is quiet. So that means he didn't notice it and still has attention on Knight. All right, so
Did he?
yeah,
Did
did he
he?
do or Wardock? Which one of you wants to go?
I can go.
Okay.
Let's save that minigun.
I
Let's
only,
save
I only
that.
have I only have one shot.
Yeah, let's save that minigun.
Also, I don't even know how to roll it. I guess I'm gonna do a d20.
All right.
but-
Yeah, it would just be a d20. Oh, you managed to.
Oh,
You managed to
I
roll it.
guess I could have just rolled the actual gun. I see.
Yeah,
that
I
now.
just rolled the gun. Yeah.
I was not scrolled down that far. I forgot that was an option.
All right, so Fred, take aim. You only got your iron sights, but this is your trusty signature weapon. You know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Take aim, fire. Knight kind of just in front of you, headed figure, kind of just black armored figure, assault rifle, basically pointed point blank at you. You watch as just his whole head just bursts like a watermelon.
Boom.
Nice.
Get fucked, bitch.
I'll
So
just
this other
start-
guy is still alive, just out.
You would have to kind of just. He was hit pretty hard, but
Okay, sure.
you can try it and take a glance.
Yeah, I'll see if he's alive. I'll check his pulse.
Take a quick glance. Try to. He's wearing rather thick armor, and kind of just trying to get a pulse. You either can't feel it or there is no pulse.
Okay. I'll look for identifying markings on the armor. If
You-
there's a spot I can.
Go ahead. Okay.
Spot details, objects, or people that are hidden or difficult to make out.
All right. So you don't see any sort of insignia. Nothing outside of some sort of like user interface, kind of just to manage the gun. Again, there doesn't appear to be any markings on that.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that there really is kind of just very similar to you guys. You have the insignia over the heart. Rather than insignia, it's purely kind of just three numbers. A 225.
225. Does the other guy also have 225?
No, he has like 163.
Okay, so soldier numbers, unit numbers.
Well, if
Mhm.
he's out after having a bunch of now that I'm covered in brain matter and all of my front-facing armor, Knight's just gonna start laughing with his sword over his shoulder and keep walking towards the objective.
I'll peek inside the room that they were in.
Okay.
Just-
Taking a quick glance, and we'll make it part of that 16 as well.
Sure.
very similar to where you found Ephraim. Seems to be some sort of office space. Does seem to have been ransacked a little bit. Kind of just cabinets opened up, computer terminal. Unfortunately, seems to be inoperable. It looks
Any bodies?
no bodies. Terminal kind of just it seems to have like malfunctioned, or maybe it's been hacked, or kind of just there was some sort of something deliberate happened to it, so it's no longer of use. And yeah, it kind of just seems to be they were at a glance seem to be looking for something in here.
Okay.
And
I'll leave it at that. I don't want to spend too much time there.
okay, we'll say kind of just stepping out. We'll say the one with his head blown off. You kind of notice him. He was the one closest to the office space. He seems to be carrying files of some sort.
Oh, I will scoop those.
Okay.
I'll take a peek at them while walking.
Okay. Title of the document seems to be Project Maxwell.
Maxwell?
Yep.
Project Maxwell. Okay.
And inside seems to be your guys' medical documents. Kind of just
Oh.
pictures, height, color, hair color, what various drugs you guys have been on, kind of just generic information, and a rather brief history of kind of just what you guys were doing up until the point you joined Union. It seems to be your guys' dossier.
When I make that realization, I will doe them. Just like on my person.
Okay. Sharing any of that with the party, or?
No.
Okay. All right, so everyone kind of just gets against to kind of just these more industrial doors. Very similar situation. You got a computer terminal. No viewport, but you do have like a second screen on the control panel, and it appears to be that same CCTV that you kind of just had of the kind of just the storage bay, the storage unit.
Okay, so I can surmise that this goes to the storage unit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, I'm turning to the group and just like, okay, this is it. This goes to the storage unit. Any last minute anything anybody needs to make before we bust this bitch open? And Anna, can you bring that camera back up so I can look at it?
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
then I'll try to get a head count from my limited view.
all right. So at this point, there doesn't seem to be kind of just figures kind of just glancing through the cockpits. They don't appear to be doing anything to the mechs. Rather, kind of just at the far end, kind of just what you can surmise to be kind of just the end of the hallway that, again, progresses further down the ship into kind of just the engineering and engines. There does appear to be a guard posted.
Okay.
But as far as kind of just to your left and right and kind of just closer to kind of just your guys' door perspective, unfortunately, that's kind of like your blind spot.
Does the door open? Does it open up? Does it open down? Or does it open like the Star Wars?
I like to think that the doors open up Star Wars style, where it's kind of just a square
Okay,
that
listen.
opens up.
I like it. I'm going to, and the guard that I see is on the far end.
Yeah, on the far end. Whereas
Okay, so I don't know if there's, and is there any more? Is there another like heat scan blip radar map on this end that I can see of the room?
Anna tries to pull one up, but but she keeps getting like this error screen.
Great. I am going to, so I'll turn to the group. I'm just like, I'm going to attempt to open the door just enough for me to slip through, to try to make as minimal noise as possible, and just so I can get a head count and see what we're up against. Is everybody okay with that?
I'm gonna inspect the rifle that other guy had first, and that's about it.
Okay. kind of just what exactly are you inspecting it for, Wardock?
A1 you said it stood up for earlier, so I'll check and see if it had any other kind of marking, and then I may just salvage it or
Okay.
pick it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, don't even know what to do. Do I just roll a d20?
What are your skill triggers?
Mm. Guess. Not for just picking it up. I can hack or fix it. I don't know. That's not really a thing.
Yeah, if you're trying to take it apart and salvage it, I can say hack it, fix it would count. If you're trying to like inspect it, kind of just for further markings, if you don't have a skill trigger that you can apply, you can still roll, but you just don't get a +2 or anything.
Yeah, I'll just do a d20 to inspect it.
Okay. 16. So, taking up the rifle, Wardock, it is, as far as all the technology you have seen so far, and kind of just the few, kind of just returning memories, kind of just of your past, of your very brief training regiment with like a Union recruiting officer. Again, the period of from that point to how you're on the ship is still blank, but you guys are getting your memories back. But as far as like tech goes, this is a pretty advanced rifle. Kind of just auto adjusting sights, kind of just smart targeting, and some sort of kind of just bio-locked interface where only the registered user can use the weapon. So this is some pretty high grade stuff for whatever the hell this is.
Can I attempt to hack the biolock?
Sure, give it a shot. Okay. Okay.
Oh no!
That's
So,
rough.
Wardock, you kind of just you used a few tricks that you know to kind of just bypass the lock, but something tripped. Either you're out of practice or this tech is too advanced for you. And immediately, kind of just on its little interface, on its little UI, you see a 5, a 4, a 3.
Oh
Can
no.
I'll
Yeah,
run
I
up.
definitely.
Wait, can I hear it? Is it beeping?
You do hear a beep.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to use I'm gonna use show off, and I'm gonna run up. I'm assuming he's kind of crouched down with the gun. I'm gonna run up and just
baseball
like,
bat it.
oh no, yeah, actually, yeah, let's do that. I was gonna punt it, but let's do that with the flat of my blade. I'm gonna like just not try to knock it out of his hand. So
Okay.
show off with my weapon and just get it out of range of all of us.
Sure.
Oh my god! He rolled another 20. He rolled another 20.
Let's go. So, Knight, you've done this before. So you know what to do. You get it nice and easy, T-ball it, shoot it. Goes, and explodes harmlessly at the other end of the room.
And
Oh.
far enough away that it doesn't make any noise that goes to the other side of the door.
Exactly.
Great. Okay.
Fun.
All right. So now that exciting event has happened, I will ask if everyone's okay with me opening the doors just a little bit to go and explore. Okay. I'll ask Anna if she can help me open the doors as quietly as possible, just enough for me to slip through.
Okay. So there will be some kind of just hacking to kind of just do this because
Sure.
these are kind of just a set of doors that are they are to be either opened or closed.
Gotcha.
So we'll
Yeah,
say
I'll roll a hacker fix.
hacker fix and Anna. is going to do her best to assist you, kind of just bypass some of the programs. So in this instance, if you're able to, you have accuracy.
Great. Whoa!
Nice.
Damn, 6 on the accuracy.
So kind of just with a little help from Anna, kind of just it opens up just enough to squeeze kind of just a small framed or however size framed you are.
Yeah,
And-
small frame, slender.
Yeah, kind of just squeeze you through, and no one
I,
seems to notice.
Invisibly slip through. And I'm going to act unseen or unheard.
Okay.
Ooh, not great.
Okay.
But I'm gonna
Belly flop into the floor as you go through.
No, I didn't roll one. I might kick a box or something,
All
but
right. So
I'm gonna go try to get numbers.
okay. So Yuki, crawl in, drop down. Bit too loud for your liking, and you do notice some heads turn. Kind of just you get a lay of the land now. Very standard kind of just hangar bay, or cargo space. Rows and rows of mechanized chassis. Catwalks to kind of just scaled up to so that easy reach to easy access to their cockpits. And again, black armored figure, very out very far end of the room. On the catwalks, kind of just on one side, again, one of those rolling drones, miniguns attached. Other catwalk, one of those rolling drones. And kind of just scattered about, kind of just minding their own business, is maybe 4 more of those armored guards, those black armored fellows. And we'll say kind of just the one at the far end, he seems to point to the one closest to you, and the one closest to you seems to be stepping forward to investigate the noise and now the sudden slightly open door.
Okay.
If anyone gets close enough to, I just want to kind of, I don't know if there is such a thing as preparing an action or anything like that, but if someone does get close enough to the door, I want to be not in front of it, but kind of enough to know if someone is peeking through, where I am just going to like grab them if someone does get too close to that hole.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. I have my own idea.
Okay.
I'm just on the other side, preparing. It's only if they try to look into it. So
Yeah, sure. Because I mean, if what I was gonna do is if they're gonna look into it, I was gonna have Anna just shut the door.
well, that can be a 1-2. I grab them, I pull them, and then Hannah closes
shut the door. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. As he's coming closer, I will quickly peek back through the hole in the door. I'll just tap Knight 2 times to get him to signal something. We haven't discussed anything. I'm just gonna tap you. I'll leave it up to you what that means.
Knight covered in gore is going to give you a big thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm invisible. And then I'm gonna step back away from the door, watching as he gets closer to it. While he's walking towards it, I'm gonna be looking and seeing for a way up the catwalk.
Okay.
Up to the catwalk.
Yeah, up to the catwalk. Both ends of the room, there appear to be stairs that lead up
Stairs.
that you're able to take. He doesn't get to the door. He gets close enough. Kind of just drops on one knee. Kind of just lifts his arm up. You see kind of just this interface pull up from his arm.
I'll be okay.
Looks at it. Turns a little. Gets tense.
As soon as he gets tense, I'll be right behind him with the barrel to the back of his head, and I'll just pull the trigger 2 times.
Okay. So, yeah. He drops. And all of them react.
And then I'm gonna yell at Anna. Well, not yell. I'm gonna communicate to Anna to open the door, and I'm gonna book it to one of the catwalks.
Okay. So, doors open up. You guys are dealing with 2 more of those minigun turrets, of those minigun sentries, and kind of just 3 black armored figures.
I would love to sprint up to a minigun turret and use take control to kind of wrestle its turret when it starts shooting at us and turn it towards the enemy.
Okay.
Let's see if my luck holds out. No accuracy or anything for that.
Now it's just take control. You're already getting a +2 bonus.
Yes!
All right. So, are you aiming for kind of just one of the armored guards on the ground, or are you trying to shoot the other turret, the other drone?
I'll go with the drone. I actually think I'll go with the drone since they're probably next to each other. So yeah, I'm assuming like
It
the
was
drone.
it was one on each catwalk, so it was like
Oh, so they're up.
Yeah.
they're up.
Oh,
But
they're
you're,
up.
I would say that you're able to dash up, kind of just, you guys have kind of just sort of have the surprise of this situation. So, and kind of just,
Okay.
this is narrative, so it doesn't
All right,
matter
yeah,
too
yeah.
much.
So so Knight just lets his sword lock back into place on his back, just guns it up to a turret, and as it's about to open up at us, just grab the turret and then wrestle it over to where it's pointing at something else. And I'll say, yeah, it's pointing at the other turret.
Okay.
Okay.
Then seeing him do that, then I'll adjust course to a different black armored figure.
All right, so Knight taking control, grab it, and it was just about to fire, kind of just as soon as it was in, as you were in front of it, but kind of just with that 17, you're able to kind of spin to the side, push it, and kind of just manhandle it as it blasts into kind of just its fellow robotic friend, and
Nice.
it is just torn asunder and it falls apart.
Hell
Well, the one
yeah.
in your hand stops firing and it seems to have overheated. Cooling process, initiated cooling process. So it's still active. It's still, it's kind of just when it comes to its round, it's probably going to wrestle out of your hands.
Okay. Can I just stay where I am and try to keep it pinned until my next turn?
We can try that. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. So we'll say,
Like maybe on its turn, if I could I'll just maybe make another take control
yeah,
check or something.
we'll
Okay.
maybe. Yeah. Let's see. As for the black guards, to make things simple, I'm just gonna say they all 3 happen at once. And kind of just Yuki invisible. They don't quite have a clear line of sight of her. Knight up on the catwalk, seeming to kind of just out of view and kind of just wrestling a turret. They instead take their aim and shoot at Diddy Do, Wardock, and Ephraim.
For no!
Alright. So
Dope, dope.
one. That was Diddy Do, Wardock, and Ephraim. Okay. Alright. For simplicity's sake, we'll say you guys take 2 kinetic damage.
All right. Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have 1 armor, so that'd be 1 kinetic damage.
Yep. We'll
Let's
say
not do that.
Ephraim, Trunks, North Star, Trunk Security, they know how to kind of just, and very much played it up, so to speak. He seems to kind of just shrug it off for a second.
Oh,
Yeah, so
2 armored, huge.
yeah, so he's not too worried. He's just really concerned about those minigun turrets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So-
Can I blast my minigun down like towards all of them?
Yeah, go right ahead.
See how this goes.
Let's go!
Let's make
All right. So you don't have quite enough to kind of just clear the room, so to speak, But you can get you can get a solid burst in, and we can say that you can either blast with that 11, you hit no matter what. You can blast the drone, kind of like trying to wrestle itself out of Knight's hand, or you can get at the very least 2 of the blackguards.
I'll get 2 of the blackguards.
Okay. So we'll say Yuki, kind of just next to you, kind of just you're making your way forward, 2 blackguards kind of just in front of you. You immediately watch as they get torn to shreds.
Get eviscerated.
As a kind of just a burst from the minigun that you guys salvaged just wrecks them.
All right, as the one that I was heading to gets torn apart, I redirect again to the last black armored guy.
All right. And kind of just, we'll say kind of just, since you are the one, since your attention is focused, you're the one who's paying attention to him. You watch as kind of just he puts his hand kind of just the side of the head, and you're not able to hear anything, but you get the idea that he is saying something.
Well, when I see him raise his hand, can I try to shoot his hand, like off of his transponder? So, like as he's radioing, can I try to shoot his hand away?
You were kind of the one that initiated kind of just this round, this kind of just this encounter. So it'll still be we still need to do Diddy Do.
All right, that's it. That's good. Diddy Do. What that did he do? What that did he do?
What that did he do? So we're just gonna shoot.
What are we shooting? They're seeing
Or
that
the black card?
there is kind of just paint the room a little.
Mm-hmm.
On kind of just we'll say the right-sided catwalks from your perspective, the right side catwalks, we have Knight wrestling a drone turret or turret drone, and then kind of just below him, kind of just the cargo space, hangar space, whatever you want to call it, there appears to be a black armored guard, seems to be calling for help, making orders. You're not able to decipher, but he is in some form of way communicating to someone.
Oh, we shoot him.
Okay.
And then I'll roll here. And just roll for my weapon, right?
Yep.
Click your weapon.
It's not loaded. Oh, I have to reload it.
You would have had time. You would have prepared,
Okay.
so if you want to quickly reload it.
There you go. Oh.
No! Oh shoot, we're getting back up for sure.
Okay. So
Oh no.
Did he do? You take your aim.
Yep.
You're ready to fire. But there is a
Yep.
shake. Kind of just an all-encompassing, like a shake all across the ship. Breaks your aim. You accidentally fire. Don't hit anything. And then you hear an explosion coming from the far end of the room.
Oh no. Oh.
I'll look in that direction.
You can't quite see anything, but
Okay.
we'll say Yuki, you get a communication from Anna, and she says, core integrity dropping, engines malfunction, damage,
Oh,
damage.
no. That's not
I'll
good.
just scream, everybody to the back! and then I'm gonna leave that guy. I'm gonna start running to the back.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, that pretty much finishes the everyone's gone but Ephraim, we'll say his turn is spent trying to get in communication with his sister, trying to get her to prepare the ship and expect some guests.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And yeah, so Yuki, top of the round, you're immediately hopping into a mech.
Hopping into a mech. Do I have time to try to do a hacker fix to see if there's anything immediately recognizably sabotaged? before powering up and
I'll say,
turning
yeah.
towards the explosion.
Yeah, you can. We can do a hack it, fix it.
Okay.
Okay. You're starting up the boot up sequence, and kind of just there was something out of the ordinary. There was some sort of kind of just protocol or kind of just initiate, kind of just however you want to describe it.
Uh-huh.
That was out of place. It's going through the standard procedure of booting up this mech. You would do some sort of sabotage to your reactor.
Okay.
So, but hack it, fix it. You're able to kind of just ignore that procedure, kind of just manage to kind of just isolate it, get rid of it, and you're able to boot up the mech as normal.
Okay. Can I? Is there like a loudspeaker on the mech for external communication?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Over the loudspeaker, I'm going to give instructions on how to bypass the sabotaging. For
Okay.
All my teammates.
Sure.
It would be like, the reactor startup is sabotaged. You quarantine it, and then you're gonna be good to go.
All right.
And then I'm gonna turn whatever the basic loadout is. I'm just gonna aim whatever systems I have aiming it at the direction of the explosion.
Okay.
In case of, or the back door in case of reinforcements.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that one guard because I can't. I don't want to shoot a mech weapon towards my friends.
Yep. All right. So, Knight Wardock, what exactly are you guys wanting to do?
Well, I would rather not have this turret go off at us while we're running at mechs, so I want to try to rip off its gun.
I guess that would be a take control.
Or apply fist to faces. They're both +2. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean,
Entirely
hack
on
it,
how
fix it,
you want to flavor this situation.
So I guess I've already kind of got its gun, in a stranglehold. So I'm gonna like
Dude, watch it.
rearrange. I don't know. The way I'm picturing this is like the gun is on kind of like in like this head cap thing. So I'm gonna get inside the cap, put my foot on the body of the mech, and then just try to rip off the head. So yeah, let's do fits to faces. I feel like that works.
Okay.
There we go.
Easy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
and then making my way to a mech after that.
Okay. So we'll say that your action was ripping the gun off this drone. So you are able to board a mech, but not initiate kind of just the boot up sequence and kind of just taking care of that malware.
Okay,
So for all intents and purposes, that kind of just ends your turn. All right.
sounds good.
Anything between me and Knight, turn wise?
I took care of the turret.
Turret's gone.
There's a
Blackguard.
single
Blackguard. He doesn't engage you guys. He seems to finish his communication, and he actually makes his way towards the explosion. So
Ooh.
you can you can jump into a mech. You can take a pot shot at him. Kind of just, what exactly is Wardock thinking of doing in this situation?
I'll get into a mech and also hack and fix it.
All right. We'll say that Yuki has described the exact procedure, or kind of just made you guys aware of the malware.
So I guess get an accuracy.
You
with
do
that.
get an accuracy with this. 24, nice.
All right, good.
All right. Get into kind of just one of these generic mechs. You spot the error, easily get rid of it, isolate it, and yeah, everything boots up as normal.
Boop, boop, boop. So both me and Yuki are in activated mechs, and then Jack is sort of
Yep.
Not Jack. Knight is just like hopped in.
Do Grant, are you there?
Yeah, I've been listening. I'm trying to make some food, but yeah, I'm here.
So there is a blackguard kind of just running towards the sound of the explosion. You can take a pot shot at him, or you can jump into a mech and try to get rid of the sabotage.
We're gonna jump into a mech.
Do you
We don't need to
have
roll?
so anything that kind of just Do you have any sort of skill that's associated with like computers or fixing, hacking, kind of just anything like that?
No, the only thing that nothing to do with that. Nope.
Okay. So it will just be a flat D20 roll for you, but you do get accuracy because this malware, this error has been known to you, and you have been told of how to get rid of it.
So D20 plus 1.
What's the
D20
D6?
D20 with a
plus
D6.
accuracy.
Oh, D20 plus a D6.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, so
sir.
you do /R D20 plus D6.
Oh, not equals plus. Damn it. What the hell's going on? Why did it? No, I don't want the dev tools. Why did it pop up the dev tools? Just give me the goddamn plus.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Well, that's not great.
Okay. All right.
Cool, cool. That's fun.
So you go
Almost
to so did you do hop into a mech?
Yep.
You go through the boot up sequence. You try to kind of just spot that error, get rid of that malware, but computers, you're not exactly good with those. Like they're just a little out of your league,
Uh-huh.
and unfortunately, you weren't able to isolate it. You weren't able to get rid of it in time, and you do get some overheating, some reactor damage.
Nice.
So that'll come into play during their next combat encounter.
All right.
Let's see. Ephraim. He doesn't hop into a mech. You kind of just notice that his suit seems to harden a bit.
Oh, space ready.
Yep. You see just some pressurized going on. And you watch.
The bullet holes reseal themselves and then from his arm?
There does seem to be some sort of layer underneath it that seems to kind of just seal itself up. It's kind of just this really weird gel-like substance.
Do I recognize it with as the Sylph undersuit?
A little bit, yes. Kind of just that same level of tech.
Gotcha. Cool.
Does
he rodeo one of us?
You watch as he he takes some sort of device, place it on kind of just the wall, takes it away, marks some chalk, and he's basically pointing to you guys, blast here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And he gets the hell out of the way and seems to kind of grab some sort of gravitate, kind of just a jetpack-ish looking thing.
Sure. Yeah. Like an EVA pack. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Top of this new round, Knight. Let's get you taken care of. You're the only one not in a mech.
Yep. So I hop in the mech, and then I will attempt to clear the issue described to me.
Oh.
You're not. I just start hitting the keyboard controls really hard, and I'm getting errors everywhere.
It's not working. It's
Not working. All right. So yeah, you're not able to detect the reactor damage in time. So yeah. But everything else starts as normal. And yeah, you guys have these mechs turned on, piloted. Is one of you blasting a hole?
Yeah, I'll turn and start to blast the hole.
Okay. So for all intents and purposes, we'll say that whichever mech you went into has basically your mech's loadout.
Okay.
So does your mech have any sort of weapon that you would like to use in this situation?
I have the open it up. I have the thermal lance, which is a heavy cannon.
Okay, yeah, that works.
So I'll just
Yep.
and just cannon a hole through the wall.
Yep, easily blast through a hole. destabilization as there's now a hole directly into space. All the oxygen gets sucked out. You watch Ephraim get pulled out into space, but he manages to he was expecting it, so he was able to kind of just control himself. And the rest of you, if you want to, can easily go through that hole and blast to freedom.
Blast to freedom, baby.
We do it.
All right. Let's see. We'll say kind of just as you guys are blasting out, a little you kind of watch on your guys' screen. You see kind of just on this screen, kind of just this little cartoon character. Give
Anna onto my back.
give you guys a salute, and then it immediately fizzles out.
Did I download Anna onto my mech system?
Rest in peace, Anna.
Quickly, just one.
Okay,
Hail
so-
Mary hacker fix.
It'll be a hacker fix, but I'm going to say because there has been damage to the ship, because of the chaos of the situation, I will say that there will be a disadvantage on this roll. Okay?
All right, so an inaccuracy.
Yep, an accuracy.
All right.
Unfortunate. Yep, so last little glimpse of kind of just this little cartoon character, and kind of just out of the view screen that you guys have on your mechs, you watch as this, starting from the engines and towards the rest of the ship, it just bursts into flames and kind of just explodes, implodes, and is destroyed.
Bye-bye, engineer.
No, we got the guy out.
Yeah, he already flew out. And you actually kind of just...
No, never mind. I was talking about the AI.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
AI.
On a rest in peace.
Yeah, so...
Does Ephraim latch onto one of our mechs?
You take a glance to kind of spot him, and he doesn't seem to be going towards your mechs. There appears to be kind of this ship. Yeah, this really blocky container looking ship that seems to be blasting towards your guys' location. And he seems to dive towards it, gets in, and kind of just after a few seconds he says, you guys hear over the intercom Ephraim kind of just transmitting to you guys, well, that's one way to make an exit.
For in all intents and purposes, I imagine we got our friends off the ship as well.
Yeah, we'll
They're in
say
someone's mech.
yeah, they got their own mechs and
They
are haphazardly
proudly
pine.
landed in max. Just put them all at overreacting heat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Kind of just you hear Ephraim here over the
Is
transmission.
there enough room on the ship that we're being picked up by for our mechs, or are we gonna have to ditch them?
You could possibly latch yourselves onto the hull. There doesn't seem to be space as far as like inside the ship for your mechs.
I'll ask Ephraim what he wants us to do, or what his sister wants us to do. I'll be like, should we hold on with our mechs to the side of the ship, or do you want us to ditch and come aboard?
He's about to say something, but
Uh-huh.
someone else seems to take over the transmission. A woman's voice picks up and says, "Stay in those mechs. We have company."
Oh shit.
All right. And then with that, I'm going to end tonight's session.
Oh, shit.
Din time.
Cool.
Roach, we're
Okay.
in
We might. Let's see. What is next weekend? We might. I don't. Next weekend might be in the Dean's busy season. I know I said at the end of
Today was,
April.
like the last one, or this
Okay.
weekend was the last
Well,
one.
he said that if all goes well, this weekend will be the last one because